always end up wearing these jeans when I film a video. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am I'm in a situation. Did not realize that over the last maybe month, I've been buying an excessive amount of books. I just don't know. Every time I'm sad, I go to Barnes & Noble or to an independent bookstore or to Half Price Books, and it's been adding up. Alrighty, so right here with me I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books. That's not okay. Okay. Jesus. Ow! This is a mixture of Barnes & Noble, some independent stores that are near my house, in the library. So they're not really mine. And then I have one on Kindle. So, yeah. We're gonna get started. If you're new here, go ahead and like and subscribe. We have so much fun here. Stick around. Find your fancy. Like, let's keep it coming, guys. Started with a bookmark that I bought today. It says The Great Gatsby, and it's the quote from Jordan that says, "I like large parties. They're so intimate. At small parties, there isn't any privacy." And it's 2 little cats hanging out, being Daisy and Jay. Can you see that? Focus, maybe. Yeah. Great Gatsby. Sometimes you need the little things that bring joy into your life when there's otherwise none. I don't remember when I bought this, but I bought Villette by Charlotte Bronte. I bought this because I was going on Goodreads and I saw a bunch of quotes from Villette that were very interesting, and so I bought it because why not? And it was like $4, and yeah, never read it from a Bronte sister. Definitely have Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights right there. Never gonna read them probably. This is the one that's based on her personal experiences being a teacher, and it's at a boarding school, I believe. And it's just kind of about her finding love in herself and not a man. I like that. Oh, yet another book that I forgot. So there's 13 in this haul actually, but it's just staring at me here. I bought Dead Poets Society. It is not what the movie's based off. It's actually based off the movie, but it's just kind of turned into a novel. It's really short, so I'm probably gonna read this like before bed. I don't know, I'm just bored sometimes. So I really like the Robin Williams movie, like I love it. So book. Next, I have the autobiography of Malcolm X, as told by Alex Haley. I bought this for one of my classes. We ended up not reading it at all through the class, but I still plan to read it because an autobiography that I feel like I really should read, not only that I want to read. So very excited to read this. I'm not sure if I kind of want to wait on it or do it now, but because I really want to annotate it as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for this one though. Focus. I saw that. I saw that when I looked away. I have 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Okay, so, you know, this whole Grishaverse stuff is going on, and it's like a TV show now, wherever. I read Shadow and Bone, and I didn't, like, love it. I didn't dislike it, but not enough to read the next books in that trilogy. And when I did my Shadow and Bone reading vlog, everyone in those comments basically said that 6 of Crows was not only better, but that I didn't have to read the rest of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I could just skip to 6 of Crows and not be confused. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this is like about a bank heist or something, or just a heist in general. And I love Money Heist on Netflix, and I like fantasy to an extent, so yeah. Next, I have Firekeeper's Daughter. This is by Angeline Boulley. This is a book that is about a girl who is Native American, and she lives in Michigan, and she lives, like, I believe either on a reservation or near a reservation, and she witnesses her best friend murdered by this guy who is her ex-boyfriend. And basically, because she witnessed it and because she's affiliated with the people that she's affiliated with, she has to go undercover to figure out who's been like hooking these kids on drugs in the reservation, because the kid who killed her best friend was on drugs. And I actually started reading this. I am about halfway through, I think, and I really love this book. It's very good. It has Native American representation in the sense of not only is she just, you know, a girl who is Native, but she speaks their language a lot and she explains a lot about it. Look at the cover. Like, just the cover is really beautiful. Like, I have nothing but good things to say about this book so far. I bought Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Ayimide. This was on my 2021 anticipated releases list, and I just saw it in Barnes & Noble and I immediately bought it. I really didn't even think about it. I'm so excited. So as you guys know from previous videos, I really am into dark academia stuff without really liking it at the same time. Like, I like the general aesthetic, but I don't like the whiteness of it all. So this is a dark academic book with black people. I win. So this is about these two people, Chiamaka and Devin. And they go to this prep school, and there's this person who goes by Ace, I believe, who's been sending like very incriminating text messages and stuff about these two and like threatening to expose their secrets and stuff. And it says, with heart-pounding suspense and relevant social commentary comes a high-octane thriller from debut author. And like the quote that they say from Ace is all you need to know is I'm here to divide and conquer, like all great tyrants do. For show. So I bought Watchmen. This is by, I don't know, Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. I bought this because my brother is a really big comic book guy, big hero guy, and he really liked Watchmen growing up, and I always wanted to read it, but when I wanted to read it, he said that I was too young, and so I didn't, and then he said he didn't really know where his copy is now, so we went halvesies on it. Bought this one, and I am very excited to read this because I know this one also is like a superhero comic book, of course, but it's also dyed up with social commentary, and there's that new HBO show with, I think, Regina King, and so this just is cool. I'm excited to read it because I do like superheroes and stuff, but I also like literature, and there's a lot of like parts in it where there's not just comic. From the same place that I got Watchmen, I got Dead Girls. This is by Nekesa Afia, and okay, I'm excited for this one. So this is about, it's set in the Harlem Renaissance. I've got a weird obsession with the Harlem Renaissance, FYI. This is about this girl, her name is Louise. There are a lot of black women in the area that she lives in Harlem that have been found dead or are missing, and the police don't really care about it because it's 1920s America. Anyways, after an altercation with a police officer gets her arrested, Louise is given an ultimatum. She can either help solve the case or wind up in a jail cell. Louise has no choice but to investigate and soon finds herself toe-to-toe with a murderous mastermind hell-bent on taking more lives, maybe even her own. Get into it. The cover, I think, is really, really cool. You know, you've got the girl, the flapper girl, and then I think there's like a cheetah behind her, multiple cheetahs behind her. She's got the cigarette, she's got the mink. Yeah, girl, you guys need to leave me alone for a second because I bought this. All right, let's take it easy here. Just a little romance about a hockey girl. No, ice figure skater and a hockey boy, and they're like cats and dogs, right, guys? So it's a enemies to lovers type thing. Sometimes when you're super depressed, you need to read something that you know is going to end up happy. So that's why I bought it, okay? The other book that I bought today, actually, is The Other Black Girl, and this is by Zakiya Dalila Harris. So this is about, I feel like it's like Black Swan in a way. So it's about this girl, Nella, who starts to work at a publishing company or like a book company or something like that. And the other black woman who works in the office puts a note on her desk that says, "Leave Wagner," which is the company. And she says, "Now." And so it says, Nella can't believe that Hazel's been leaving the notes. Despite her crude code switching and competitive vibes, the new black girl doesn't seem that hostile. But as Nella begins to spiral, obsess, and ultimately uncover the sinister forces at play, she risks losing much more than her career. So yeah, this sounds very cool. I love commentary that's also along with the story. And I also find it very interesting that the main character's name is Nella. It's about the relationship and perhaps competition between two black women, and that puts me kind of, you know, is intentional, like Nella Larson in Passing. Nella Larson is the author of Passing, and it's about two women who could be white passing and one who chooses to be and one who lives her life as a black woman. You know, maybe that was intentional of this author to name her Nella, or maybe I'm just reaching, but I'm an English major. It's what I do literally all day, so this is a booktube channel. Are you surprised? Like, what? Kindle, I bought this book called Break the Fall, which is a gymnastics young adult novel. So I was a gymnast for most of my life. I watched Simone Biles tear everyone up every day. Like, I just love her. I love gymnastics. I got this girl named Audrey who makes the national team, and I think she makes the Olympic team, and her best friend, who also is doing all this with her, comes out with allegations of sexual assault against one of the coaches that they really trusted on the team. And so obviously Audrey is going to believe her friend and is going to want to advocate for her, but not everyone has great intentions. Not everyone wants to believe her. And so it's just, you know, it's going to follow Audrey and her best friend as they go and maneuver the Olympics, but also, you know, these allegations. And so this is very prevalent and very relevant and very real. Because, you know, the USA gymnastics scandal that went on a few years ago and probably is still, you know, going on to this day against Larry Nassar and all those evil people at the ranch. I wrote my college admissions essay about that because being a gymnast, like, it's so, like, such a sore subject in my life. Like, I know so many people who are affected by it, and so this book, I just feel like I have to read it, kind of. I have good hopes. I have high hopes. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I don't read books with the understanding that it'll be bad, except for Call Me By Your Name. Last week I took a trip to my local library. I got 4 books from the library, holding 3 of them here. So the first book that I'm too lazy to get from my car is We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. It's about this girl, I'm like halfway through right now. It's about this girl named Mary Catherine and her sister Constance, who lived with their uncle Julian, and all their family is dead. They all died at a dinner where they were all sitting, and they died from arsenic poisoning, and everyone in the town thinks that Constance did it, and so they've become recluses and pariahs in the town. And then their cousin comes and basically is like, I own this stuff, so hey. It's Shirley Jackson, so everything's eerie and weird, and I really like it so far, actually. I'm excited to finish it. The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. I talk about him in literally every video. I love Kazuo Ishiguro, and so this is about a butler who reflects on his time working with the family that he worked with his whole life, and whether the family was as great as he remembers, or if it was some type of, like, not necessarily Stockholm syndrome, but like being caught up in the gilded life of being a rich person in Britain. I got from the library Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. This book kind of blew up last year. I don't know when it came out, but last year I heard everybody talking about it. Such a Fun Age is about this girl who is a babysitter or a nanny for a white family, and she's black, and someone in a convenience store thinks that she's kidnapping the white child, and I think it goes viral, and so the mom basically goes into full, like, we stand with the black community mode. Amira herself is aimless, broke, and wary of Alex's desire to help. At 25, she's about to lose her health insurance and has no idea what to do with her life. When the video of Amira goes public and unearths someone from Alex's past, both women find themselves at a crash course that will upend everything they think they know about themselves and each other. So I think that'll be very interesting. Another social commentary. Perhaps that's a theme in this video. And then the last book I got is Exciting Times by Nisha Dolan. I saw this in Nima's video and I was like, oh my god, I kind of want to read that. So I went to my library and I found it. So it's Nima said that people who like My Year of Rest and Relaxation would like this book, and I've yet to read that, but that's another book that I think I'm gonna like, so I picked this up. So it says it's an intimate, bracingly intelligent debut novel about a millennial Irish expat who becomes entangled in a love triangle with a male banker and a female lawyer. Yeah, sounds fun. Me and my new children. Me and my kids. First day out. Okay. I'm hating it here. And look, I have no space to put them. And I have so many books on my windowsill right now. And some on the ground also. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Go ahead and comment if any of these books I should read first, because I don't have an order and it's kind of sending me into a reading slump because I don't know what to read first. So yeah, I'm all ears. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.